Good morning, students. Today we are going to see how to evaluate the value of the determinant using properties of determinant. You see the exercise 7.2 first problem. Without expanding the determinant, prove that the determinant value is equal to 0. So here it is given without expanding. So the value of the determinant can be computed by expanding any one row or any one column. Without expanding that, we have to prove the value of the determinant is equal to 0. So for that, you will consider the determinant and you see the elements of second column and the third column. So if you add these two, you see that what has to come here, a square plus b square plus c square. If you add these two entries, b square plus e square plus e square. Here c square plus a square plus b square. So if we add, you will get the same answer, a square plus b square plus c square. Okay, so using that, so C3 implies, I am going to write the answer in C3. C3 means third column. How it will be written? C3 plus C2. So C3 plus C2. That means the corresponding entries of C3 has to be added with the corresponding entries of C2. So see that C3 first element is added with C2 first element and C3 second element is added with C2 second element. So the corresponding entries of C2 and C3 is added. So the addition is going to be written in C3. So that's why I have written C3 is changed as C3 plus C2. There is no change in C1. So C1 is written as it is and C2 also written as it is. I made change in C3 as C3 plus C2. So you will get this answer. You see now here this column is multiplied by S. So according to the property, so the S can be taken out. So the value of the determinant is also multiplied by S. So from C1 column, if all the entries are same, so it can be taken out. In the same way, you look at your C3, in that, what is the same entry? A square plus b square plus c square. So from C3, you can take a square plus b square plus c square. If you take it out, here also you will have 1, 1, 1. You look at your C1 and C3, how they are same, they are identical. So according to the properties of determinant, any two rows or any two columns are identical, the value of the determinant is 0. So the whose value is 0. 0 into S into a square plus b square plus c square is equal to 0. So we have proved the value of the determinant is equal to 0. Now come to the second problem. Show that determinant b plus c, bc, b squared c squared and c plus a, ca, c squared a squared, and the third row you are having the entries a plus b, ab, a squared, b squared is equal to 0. You consider the determinant first. In that you multiply and divided by ABC. So here I have written ABC by ABC. So the value of the previous step will not be altered. Okay. So see now here this A can be multiplied to the first row because in every element of one row is a multiple of some scalar, means the value of the determinant is also multiplied by the same scalar. So you take A and this A has to be multiplied with the elements of R1. Next B. B has to be multiplied with the elements of R2 and C has to be multiplied with the elements of R3. So in the denominator ABC you will have, I will take only the numerator ABC. So A has to be multiplied with R1. So A into B plus C, ABC, A B squared C squared. The second row is multiplied by the scalar B. So B into C plus A, ABC and BC squared A squared. Similarly, C has to be multiplied with the elements of R3. So C into A plus B, ABC, C A squared B squared. You look at this now. Here you are having in C2, you see all the entries of C2 is ABC. So it can be taken out. And you look at your C3 also. What is the element? So elements are common. ABC is common in the entries of C3. So from C2 you are going to take ABC out, and from C3 also you are going to take ABC out. Okay, up here it is ABC the whole square. Okay, or otherwise you can write A square B square C square divided by what you will have? You will have ABC. You see that if you take ABC's out, what is remaining here? BC. Here you will have CA. Here you will have AB. Okay, so and you have to expand A into B, that is AB, plus A into C is AC. Here you will have B into C is BC plus AB, and here C into A is AC plus C into B is BC. Okay, so this ABC is taken out. From this also, if you take ABC is out, so you will get here you will have. So you are going to do the transformation. You are going to make C1. C1 implies C1 plus C3. So C1, the elements of C1 is added with the corresponding elements of C3. You look at the first element, AB plus AC plus BC, BC plus AB plus CA, and AC plus BC plus AB. So everything is AB plus BC plus AC or CA. Okay, so here you are using the transformation. C1 implies C1 plus C3, and see here 1 ABC getting cancelled. So in the numerator you will have ABC. Okay, so from C1 the elements entries are same, so we can take it out. So the next step, what it will be? ABC into AB plus BC plus CA. So the C1 entry will become 1 1 1, and C2 also 1 1 1. So they are identical. C1 and C2 are identical. So the value of the determinant is 0. 0 into anything will become 0. So we have showed the second problem. The value of the determinant is equal to 0. And coming to the third problem. Here this determinant, you have the value of the determinant is equal to 4A squared B squared C squared. Okay, I consider the determinant. So see now here I am going to make a change in R2. You see that here you need in the answer is A squared B squared C squared. So in the A squared term I kept as it is, and R2 is going to be changed as R2 minus R3, because in R2 AB you are having, in R3 AB is also having. If you subtract you will get the AB is getting cancelled. So A squared plus AB minus AB. R2 is what? A squared plus AB minus R3 is what? AB. So AB minus AB getting cancelled, you will have A squared. So that A squared, the answer is written R2. In the same way, you see that how the rough work has to be done. B squared, it's a R2 minus of R3. R3 you are having two elements, so the minus has to be applied. So minus B squared minus BC. So plus B squared and minus B squared getting cancelled, you will have minus BC. And come here, it is R2 element, the third element is AC. So AC minus C squared. So next what you are going to do is, you are going to multiply and divide it by ABC. Okay. See, on the numerator ABC you have to take, and A has to be multiplied with the row 1, and B has to, you take A, and A has to be multiplied with the elements of column 1, not row 1, column 1. Okay, so if you multiply A with the elements of C1, it is A cube, A squared, B. In the same way, you take B and multiply with the entries of second column. So here what has to come? B squared C minus B squared C. Here you will have two terms, so the B has to be multiplied with two terms. So it is B cube plus what has to come? C B squared, that is B squared C. and you will see the entries of C3. It has to be multiplied with C. Okay, so here you will have AC squared plus C cube. Here AC squared minus C cube, and here you will have A cube. See, from C1, what is common now? After multiplying A squared is common. So A cube, not A cube is common, because one and the first element and the second element you are having A cube, but the third element is not A cube. So but A squared is common in column 1. So A squared has to be taken out from the column 1. And in the same way, you see the entries of C2, what is common? B squared. So from this also we can take B square. And from column 3, what is common? C square. So A squared, B squared, C squared has to be taken out from C1, C2, C3 respectively. Okay. So in the denominator you will have A, B, C. So I have taken out. So from column 1, what is taken out? A square. But what is remaining here? A, here B. So here I have written A, B. In the same way, in column 2, which is taken out, B square. So what is remaining? C minus C. And from these two terms, you are taking B squared out. Up here you will have B plus C. So B plus C is written. And from C3, if you what has to be taken out, it is C squared. So the first entry is A plus C. C cube, if you take C squared out, the remaining is C. From this also, A minus C. Here you will have C. So I have written. Next, what you are going to do? You are going to find the value. So if you make the terms, one or two terms 0, it is easy for you to find the value. So I am going to do the transformation as R1. R1 is transformed as R1 minus R2. So I am subtracting R2 from R1, because here you are having A, here also you are having A. If you subtract, you will get the term as 0. So if while you are expanding, if you have 0, it is easy. Okay, 0 into anything will become 0. So that's why R1 I am going to change as R1 minus R2. So A minus A is 0. Here C minus of minus C. R1 is C. In between you are having minus. Your R2 elements is minus C. So C plus C, that is 2C. In the same way, you see that R1. What is R1? Here the last entry is A plus C. Okay, in between what you are having? Minus. And you see R2 element is you are having 2 elements. So the minus has to be given to first element. So it is minus A. The same minus has to be given to the second element. Second element is what? Minus C. So it will become plus C. So which is getting cancelled. This plus A and minus A getting cancelled. What is remaining? That is C plus C. Okay, see now. Again I will repeat. So it is A plus C. The first element is A plus C. And in between you are having minus. This minus has to be given to both the elements. So it is minus A and minus of minus C, that is plus C. And plus A minus A getting cancelled. You will have C plus C, that is 2C. Okay, so you look at your R1. I didn't change the remaining rows. So R2 and R3 is kept as it is. And you see the R1, see the entry 0, 2C, 2C. So from that entry, you can take 2C out. Already, if you cancel with A squared, B squared, C squared by ABC, you will have ABC. And from R1, you have to take it out, so 2C. So you will have 2ABC squared, I have written. So what is remaining in R1? 0, 1, 1. The remaining elements you have to write as it is. So you are going to expand by R1. Okay, so while you are expanding by R1, what you have to do? First entry. So first entry is 0. So 0 into anything 0. So when you go to the second element, you have to change the sign. So here you are having plus 1. It has to be written as minus 1. So delete the first row and the second column. So what is remaining? You will have a 2 by 2 determinant. So how to multiply? A into C. So it is AC. In between you have to write minus. Okay. Next you have to multiply B into AB. So minus BA minus into minus plus BC. Why it is plus BC? So this minus has to be given to both the terms. So minus AB minus into minus plus BC. So next you have to go to the third element. So plus 1 into, delete the first row and the third column. So you have to cross multiply the main diagonal elements. So A into B is AB and A into C is AC. In between you have to write minus, and when you multiply these two, here also you will have minus BC. So it will become plus BC. So minus 1 has to be multiplied with all the term. So minus 1 into AC is minus AC, minus into minus plus AB minus BC. Here if you multiply with 1 you will get this answer. So which is getting cancelled. Minus AC and plus AC getting cancelled, and here minus BC plus BC getting cancelled. The remaining is AB plus AB. What is AB plus AB? It is 2AB. So here you will have 2ABC squared into 2AB. 2 2s are 4. How many A? So 2 A's are there. It is in multiplication. So it is A squared. The same way B into B is B squared. So here C squared. So we have proved the result using the properties of determinant. And finally we have expanding by R1. So here in this problem it is not given without expanding. Show that only it is given. So finally we have used the expanding by R1. And fourth problem, prove that the determinant value is equal to ABC into 1 plus 1 by A plus 1 by B plus 1 by C. You see the terms ABC, and here 1 plus 1 by A plus 1 by B plus 1 by C. A, B, C are in the denominator. So to get that, first multiply and divided by ABC. Here you take the denominator ABC. So that is 1 by A. So the 1 by A has to be multiplied with the R1, and 1 by B has to be multiplied with R2, and take 1 by C and multiply with R3. Okay, about the numerator ABC you will have, you see now 1 plus A by A, 1 by A, 1 by A. In the same way 1 by B, 1 plus B by B and 1 by B. Next one 1 by C, 1 by C, 1 plus C by C. Okay, you take this element. I have written 1 plus 1 by A. How it will be? A is a common denominator. So 1 divided by A. That is, I have written as a second term 1 by A. Plus A by A is what? It is 1. And here 1 by A, 1 by A. In the same way, this can be written as 1 by B plus 1. 1 plus 1 by B. Here 1 plus 1 by C. So you got the terms somewhere. 1 by A, 1 plus 1 by A, 1 by B, 1 by C. You see that in row wise, in R1 you see the elements 1 plus 1 by A, 1 by A, 1 by A. But we have to add 1 by B, 1 by C. So in this way you have to add 1 plus 1 by A plus 1 by B plus 1 by C. Okay, so you have to do the transformation. R1 implies, you are going to write the answer in R1. R1 implies R1 plus R2 plus R3. Okay, so see now here you will have ABC. I have used the transformation. R1 implies R1 plus R2 plus R3. See now 1 plus 1 by A plus 1 by B plus 1 by C. Here also you see that 1 plus 1 by A plus 1 by B plus 1 by C. Here 1 plus 1 by A plus 1 by B plus 1 by C. So in R1 you will get this term. So the elements of R1 are same. Okay, so it has to be taken out. The same element has to be taken out from R1. So you will have already ABC is out. So ABC into 1 plus 1 by A plus 1 by B plus 1 by C. So the elements of R1 is 1, 1, 1. So here if you expand by R1 you can get the answer. So if you make 1 or 2 terms as 0, it is easy for us to expand. So I fixed C1. I didn't change any change in C1. Why I am using column wise means here you will have 1, here also you will have 1. So if you subtract these two elements, it will become 0. So we have to use the transformation in column wise. If you use row wise, you will not get anything as 0. So here you also 1. So if you subtract 1 and 1, you will get 0. So C1 I am not going to change anything. I am going to make a change in C2. C2 here you are having 1 and C1 also here you are having 1. So C2 implies C2 minus C1. In the same way, C3 implies C3 minus C1. Okay, C1 I have written as it is. You see that what the transformation C2 minus C1. 1 minus 1, 0. Here C2 is what? 1 plus 1 by B minus 1 by B. So plus 1 by B minus 1 by B getting cancelled. You are having 1. See 1 by C minus 1 by C is 0. So C2 I have completed. In the same way C3 implies what it is? C3 minus C1. Take C3, here you are having 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. 1 by B minus 1 by B is 0. 1 plus 1 by C minus 1 by C. So here you will have 1. Now you can expand by R1. Okay, so see that how to expand by R1. So you have to write these two terms as it is. Into, write the first number, delete the first row as well as the first column. Okay, so what is remaining here? 1 into 1. So 1 into 1 is 1 minus 0. So you will have 1 into 1, that is 1. And you see that next element is 0. 0 into anything is 0. Here also 0 into anything is 0. So therefore you will get the answer as ABC into 1 plus 1 by A plus 1 by B plus 1 by C. So we have proved the fourth problem. And coming to the problem number 5. So prove that the value of the determinant is equal to 0. Okay. So here I consider the determinant. In that I am going to do the change in C1. See the fifth problem. You are having this value. So you have to prove the value of the determinant is equal to 0. Okay. Here I am going to make the transformation in C1. C1 implies C1 minus C2. So just C1, you are going to write the answer in C1 as C1 minus C2. What is it? Secant square theta minus tan square theta. Next, tan square theta minus secant square theta. Next one, 38 minus 36. C2 is written as it is and C3 also written as it is. So we know the trigonometry identity. Secant square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1. So in the first term, you will have 1. And here it is, if you take minus from this, it is secant square theta minus tan square theta, that is 1. So the second term will become minus 1. What is 38 minus 36? That is 2. You look at your C1 and C1 and C3, how they are? They are same, they are identical. So any two columns are identical in the determinant, the value of the determinant is 0. So therefore we have proved the value of the determinant is equal to 0. Coming to the sixth problem. So we have to show that the value of the determinant is equal to 0. You consider the determinant. Here I am going to do the transformation in R1 minus R2. So R1 is what? X plus 2A minus X. So what has to come? X plus 2A minus X means A plus X and minus X getting cancelled. You are having 2A. In the same way, Y plus 2B minus Y is what? It is 2B. Z plus 2C minus Z means it is 2C. You look at your R1 and what is it? R3. How they are? 2A, 2B, 2C. Here A, B, C. So this R3, if you multiply the scalar 2, you will get R1. So one row is a scalar multiple of other row. Otherwise, R1 is proportional to R3. So any two rows are proportional, the value of the determinant is equal to 0. So we have proved the value of the determinant is equal to 0. Thank you, students.